Here, it's January 10th, 2020. Do a video for you. This is actually going to be a very quick one. I just wanted to touch on something here, and I seen something strange on the Shumann that I want to share with you guys and get your guys' opinion on it, because I don't know what it is. I don't know what's causing it, but maybe somebody out there does. But what you're looking at here, guys, those of you guys that are new, the big circle spirograph is a top view looking down on our solar system. This is the sun, that's the earth, okay? Over here, this is a side view, same thing, okay? Now, what we're looking at over here on the right, you notice how everything's in a straight line, right? Earth was there, stereo B there, stereo A there. Well, what this is it took Earth's orbital path and it stretched it out into a straight line to give us a visual of that. It allows us to kind of help determine direction and all that kind of a thing. If you incorporate all three of these, it gives you a pretty good idea of what direction these things are traveling. Okay? It's a two-dimensional model trying to represent a three-dimensional thing. So that's why they have to give you these kinds of tools. Now, if you watch, you're going to see that CME. See that? Looks like a little hazy area right at the Earth right there. Now, what's interesting is what's right behind it. You see that right there? That green blob? That's a solar wind stream. Now, if that arrives here at the exact same time as that CME, the geomagnetic effects from that would be greater if they both got here at the same time. Now, it may have a lag between the two. Okay, we may get a quieter period after the CME gets here. Then the solar wind stream will get us in 12 to 24 hours after that. But if the solar wind is actually traveling faster than what we think it is, it could actually get here at the same time, or even get here and kind of push that CME even a little bit harder. So that's why I'm showing it to you guys. So here today's the 10th, and if you go look at the timestamp up here, where's that right there? It shows that that's going to get here on the 11th, early on the 11th, late on the 10th. Okay, so here in the next 24 hours, I would expect for us to be seeing some activity, okay, as far as geomagnetic activity. Auroras will get an uptick on that, and we'll most definitely get upticks in the frequency and the intensity of earthquakes, guys. Unfortunately, that's usually what happens. Okay, that's one of the side effects that we can point to and show you guys that space weather does matter, because it does affect everything that's going on here. It's not the only piece of the puzzle, but it is a piece of that puzzle. So, I just wanted to point that out. Okay, guys, this is the Shumann resonance. I've shown you guys this a lot, but I'm seeing some stuff on here I'd like to get your guys' opinion on. Okay, I've not seen signatures like this before. You see the little spikes, right? I call them little. They're long and white and skinny. Okay. But then we get this over here. Now, one thing I find interesting, if we look at the timestamps, do you see how we got between 12 and 13 and 14 right there? We had two separate spikes right there. Well, fast forward 24 hours, and it looks to be almost the same. Okay, yes, there's other things around there, but this is the one that puzzled me. Look at this one. Okay. Yeah. I have never seen that before, guys. What is going on with that? That's a striped spike. I mean, come on. I mean, what the heck is that? I wouldn't even try to begin to understand what would have to happen for that to happen. Okay. Because we're talking about frequency here. So it would have to vibrate at that specific frequency level for this amount of time at all these different frequency levels. Okay? I mean, it's so hard to believe that we would see stuff like that. But obviously we are. So what's causing it, I have no idea. All I can tell you guys is that is not normal. Okay? It does, like I said, we talk about this signature here that kind of looks like a code. All right. Yeah. So, I was talking to you guys the other day about, it looks like we might be getting into an area where we're having more than one base frequency that always vibrates. This is kind of a good way to show you guys that, because you see the green area, 7.83 hertz is supposed to be our base frequency. That would be normal conditions. Well, as you can see here, we got that plus this one right now. Okay, if that sticks around and keeps sticking around, that becomes like normal conditions, and that would make us, our frequency there we would have two different base frequencies. It's just kind of crazy to think about it that way, but you know. Now, again, guys, man, I just don't know what to say there, because that is something I have never seen before. So if anybody has any idea what that could be, please let me know. All right, guys. But I am going to go ahead and end it there. Just pay attention, guys, here in the next 24 hours. Anybody that lives in any kind of earthquake zones, that kind of a thing. So I did want to show that to you. And we are still getting hits on our magnetosphere still. I'm not going to show you that stuff today because I've been showing it to you past 3-4 videos, and it's pretty much just starting to repeat itself. It just, yeah. So anyway, guys, God bless. Yeshua saves. And you can drink this Kool-Aid.